Welcome back, everyone. This is Dark Silence from Dark Silence Reviews, coming at you with another Let's Play segment. But there's going to be some tips, hints, and a little bit of a rough draft of what you should do for the game. And I also will be going over what I think about the game and where it stands review-wise as well. So I'm just kind of like punching this one full-fledged. I am already technically done with the game, but I had a little bug that kind of hit me. Unfortunately, that was my own fault, and I could not replicate it, and I did not want to replicate it. But I started up a secondary file. So first off, I will warn you ahead of time. This will be endgame content. I'm just going to show everybody what a file is supposed to look like after you complete everything and get everything done. So I'll be showing off all the shark skins. I'll be showing off all the little skills that they offer. I'll be showing off what the map is going to look like. You can like screenshot it or whatever you got to do to like get all the collectibles done. And I'll be going over what you get after Great Elder and stuff like that. This game has been actually a blast to play. I would say this is the best shark game that I've ever played since Shark Tale. I'm just kidding. Shark Tale was horrible. It's not a really good like compilation of like what kind of game to compare it to. But yes, Shark Tale was a game that came out. No, it was not good. Maybe for some people. Anyways, Maneater delivers on the shark RPG. It has this really crazy relationship that you build with the shark, because you start off as a baby shark, you know, like, and then you slowly eat your way into adulthood, pulling off all kinds of crazy things, exploring the bayou and getting all the way out to the freaking the Gulf, and doing it brings in some kind of weird relationship that you build with the shark. I would say it's a very passionate relationship that you grow. It's very like you feel like as if you've accomplished something, going through the game and raising it as it is, from a baby all the way upward. But anyhow, let's get into the meat of the game here. I'm gonna start up one file. It took me about 12 hours 35 minutes. Now, I would say that the game is roughly going to take anybody, if you're really super hardcore and on a different level of a beast when it comes to like getting stuff done. I'm a different beast when it comes to it. I could say some people might be able to get it done in 12 hours 35 minutes, but not very many. I would say it could take anywhere from 12 and a half hours, since that's where I had it, maybe 11 hours to 30 hours, depending on how long it takes you. It all depends on how you're playing, your play style. If you're slower, if you only have a couple hours to dip into it here and there, stuff like that. But it's a pretty chunky game. So I'm going to show off some endgame content here just to show everybody like what you can grow into and what you unlock and what it looks like towards the end. The game is phenomenal when it comes to colors, when it comes to the graphics, when it comes to how fast the shark moves and how dynamic all the rest of the animals are and move around too. It's almost like you get to watch an aquarium and you get to eat it all at the same time. It's very interesting. So this is my current shark right now. He is a mega, currently at like I believe like 9 meters or more. I believe it was. I believe it was 9. Anyhow, that's a little bug. I swore it was like 30, but this is the bone shark. We got the bone teeth, the bone head, the bone fins. Each little piece you can mix and match. Obviously, certain pieces. That's what makes this game very unique. But you get like pluses depending on certain things. Like if you want to go after, I would say like boats and stuff, and have like crazy like damage that you do, and mostly like damage that you can resist. This is the class to go. He's a tank. He's real meaty. Uh, Hardly anything gets through to him. So this is the bone shark. The upgrades that I use towards the end, you only need amphibious. This is one thing I will say. If you're going after specific collectibles that are on land, make sure you have amphibious on. Make sure that it's fully upgraded. For the rest, I would recommend that everybody goes in with hardy, and obviously cartilage if you're going to go up against people and stuff, because it'll help you do a lot of damage to them. And that's like my tips and hints segment for that. I'm just kidding. There's plenty more. Since I don't need amphibious anymore, I'm going to show off a little bit more of the skills. The minerals help you gain health and heal you by feeding. That's another one you might want to have if you have it right at the gate. Protein digestion is another one to start off with if you're barely like going through the game. There's only certain ones that you're going to need to do. If you're trying to get really hard to miss out of the places, collectibles and stuff, you're going to want to go with the adrenal gland. Like, let's say like there's like certain jumps that you got to make and you're like, how do I jump that high? And like I can't collect this dang thing. It's so like far up. This is the one you're going to want to use, is the adrenal gland. It helps you with the speed quite a bit. I believe there's another mutagen as well that kind of helps you a little bit with that. Brutal muscles, I think, is another one that you might want to equip, but some of these you only get towards the end of fighting all of these guys. I have destroyed and devoured every single one of these people. I would say the last couple, this second tier from 6 all the way to 10 is pretty tough. I would say 10 is just as tough as the end boss. The end boss isn't too tough. We're going to actually fight against the end boss. I'm going to get some of that content done too. I just want to show off as much as possible, completely and totally done. As for collectibles and missions, there's quite a few that you're going to have to do in order to get the apex predators to show up. Like we got one right here. Where is he at? The great white. You have to get all the collectibles, or majority of the collectibles, in the areas and complete all the missions and stuff like that in order to get them to unlock. They are going to be a little tougher than usual, but the good thing about an RPG is that you can treat it like an RPG. Make sure you come back and do it when you're older or bigger and you have more mass. The one thing I would recommend in the first area, a lot of people try to fight everything early on, but what a lot of people should understand is that this gate right here is open to you early on, so you're going to want to go through this gate and kind of explore. And I believe you can get all the way to the Gulf before anything. You can explore all of this that you like, all you want, and each and every single one of the collectible gives you experience points and stuff towards leveling up skills and everything. So definitely like explore and get as many collectibles and stuff as you want, because it really does anchor down on the levels. You could probably go through a good majority of all these areas and get a lot of the XP that you need, and then double back and just demolish everything. And that's what I did on my second file. Obviously there's some fights that you're gonna have to like nitpick at. Another strategy that I have would be like if you attack the sharks or whatever else you're fighting, and like you notice that you're low on health, swim away as fast as you can, but do not go completely out of the area. I believe they heal if you go too far. What you want to do is like eat your way into health and then come back and take a couple hits and take a couple hits and take a couple hits, and just chip off their damage until you completely get them. That's the best tip and hint I can get. Like it's like a shark tactic. You come back and you pick at your food until you can devour it. It's like real life for a shark, like if you watch Shark Week, you already know that's kind of what they do. Like they pick at it, they size you up, they gauge you, and then they eat you, but yeah, anyways, that's this file right here. I'm gonna show off the other two classes real quick here. The electric, yeah, bioelectric. We're gonna go with bioelectric, switch it off to bioelectric, just to show off what the electric looks like. So he looks pretty cool too. Defense rating and everything goes down quite a bit. He's more like a speed and electricity kind. I believe he's a little bit faster. If you look at the stats, like you could see like full on like his damage rating is pretty high, but his mass rating goes down. So does his speed. I believe his speed is up actually. Look at lung speed is up, so you can handle going off of land a little bit more. Acceleration speed, stuff like that goes up. You get like bioelectric damage. It's actually pretty cool to damage sharks and stuff, but I found the shadow to be the best one when it comes, because like every time you bite with the shadow, and instead of this one that just kind of like shocks them, and don't get me wrong, it's good to some degree, but like the shadow, for some odd reason, it poisons them. It does massive health, and it has vampire on it. So I found shadow to be like my favorite one to go through with everything. He actually looks really super cool as well. Get the shadow going here. There we go, shadow body. Kind of looks like a neon, kind of like crazy metallic shark or something like that. I didn't get the fin. Let's get the fin as well. Got the fin on the bottom. There we go, shadow tail. But yeah, shadow ended up being my favorite. You could mix and match obviously too to make it look like partially shadow, partially bone, and just mess around with a lot of the like perks and stuff. It's an RPG, so like obviously you can either go full costume or you can mix and match and see what perks help you out a lot. It really just depends on what flow you want to go with. Notice that the speed is up quite a bit, the damage rating is down a lot, but like what it doesn't do in damage, it's got poison or something, so like it does consistent like weird poison damage. You get 30 to bite damage plus 50 health on bite. So every time you bite something or push the RT trigger to bite something, you're going to get health back every time you bite. So long you're biting and fighting them and you continuously bite them, you might be able to survive other fights that you wouldn't normally fight. Anyhow, we're going to exit out of this. I feel like that's an adequate enough end game content right there. And we're going to go to full completion for myself as something needs to be done. I'm going to continue with the story, the collectibles, and everything. I'm level 23 already in it, so pretty close to end game. You get Great Elder at 25, so I got 2 levels to go, and that's when I'll be able to open up all kinds of other stuff. I'm going to do all the missions and the Apex missions right now. Demolish all of them. I did not fight any of the other people really because I don't need to anymore since I've already unlocked those achievements.
Rising sea levels have made once unreachable corners of the bayou accessible.
And I believe the Apex that I'm after right now is going to be Rosie. So we're going to go check out the bayou and get that done. I think I'm already there, so we're just gonna head out and go fight him or her. Rosie won't know what hit her. Now I got a good majority of the collectibles already done. One of my favorite things is to like just always use your sonar. That should be the first thing you ever upgrade if you're playing in general, because it'll unlock a lot of the map and stuff. I mean, you could always look at guides later, but there's going to be some stuff that you can't get, and you're going to want like a bird-eyes view of like stuff as you progress, because like the little things like that give you XP are gonna like help you out like later on. So long you know where they're at, you always have the chance to come back and grab a little bit of XP. It's all about playing how you really want, but like those are my like tips and hints on how I got through it. Okay, so we're gonna go after the Apex Alligator Rosie now. Don't know exactly what level she starts at, but she's gonna get wrecked right now. Then if you get hit too much, remember to swim away. She's a little bit slower than the rest of them. She's already poisoned. Shadow is awesome. I love the shadow. It's poison. Full of grime. The shark mess with me. I have my special skill ready. She's poisoned again. That skill is just ridiculous, disgusting, like how it does damage and stuff. It's just damn near impossible for them to get past you.
Bayou Buddy stunt show. But our shark is far too
Remember to
young
eat all the
appreciate
chunks.
Rosie's classic brand of celebrity.
Gives you XP and little skill points and stuff that you need to get done on your levels and upgrade your skills, etc. Okay, so this area, I believe, is fully done. We're at 100%, so I'm gonna head over to the next one. Don't really have Alder yet, so I can't really go there. I'm gonna find out where to go right now. This one's like 2,000 away. I believe it's a main quest, but we're gonna double check right now. Where are you at? There it is. It's in the third area. Okay, so we're gonna go over here. Sometimes when your map doesn't let you travel, just eat some of the stuff around you. It's usually like a little barracuda or something that's seen you early on somewhere. Like here's one right here somewhere. Just eat a couple of red enemies. My full review will come at the end, but like, I mean, nothing but good things so far, honestly, for the game. I really enjoyed it. I think a lot of people will enjoy it. If you like sharks, if you like Jaws, if you like stuff like that, you're gonna really enjoy this game. It's probably this is probably like one of the coolest games I've played all month. I'm not gonna lie. And probably the best shark game I've ever played in my life. I haven't played some of the like kiddie shark games, but I can tell you right now, like when you have to choose between Shark Tale and other little, you know, child shark games, this one's the winner, hands down. Okay, so we got a story mission here. I'll let the story play.
Back aboard the Cajun Queen, family tensions are at an all-time high.
Kyle, what's wrong? Can you catch no reef?
I can, but this one's like 20 feet.
15.
Whatever.
Can't do it.
I'll come out there. I'll do it. The old man with one hand.
Yeah, well, maybe you shouldn't be mutilating baby sharks.
What you say?
Nothing.
Boy, I couldn't catch in a diaper. You telling me how to honor shark? Believe that?
I mean, I came down here thinking it'd be a good opportunity for some father-son bonding. But now, I don't know. I might start looking for another summer job.
Hey, not everybody made to be a fisherman. I just hope this whole university thing works out for him, yeah?
So the story is not far, like really far progressed on my file, but I can tell you, like, I have it set up to where, like, it's not going to take me too much longer to get all of it done. So should be good to go. Okay, let me see what level. 23, not quite there yet on a couple other things, so and then I'm gonna travel down here. It's gonna be a mission complete as well.
The third iteration of Pier 1 famously collapsed on the day it received historic landmark designation.
Level 24 has been reached. And then we got some missions right here that I'm gonna do. These are all main missions, so. In order to go faster, you could always go to the top and go really quick, surfacing on the top.
While related to the Ciro and Spanish mackerel, the king mackerel doesn't really talk to its family and prefers that you just stop asking questions, okay?
Right behind.
Shadows so much, poisons even the humans.
Enterprise, Mama
Love it.
Maybelle Bryant has collected quite a fleet of recreational boats. Her fail sons, Randall and Tyson, can often be spotted piloting them around Sapphire Bay.
For every area to be completed, you do need to get all missions done, all collectibles. The collectibles are actually pretty neat to get done. They all have a little backstory for some. That one's quick. They're gonna go pretty quick because, like I said, I've already done quite a few of them. I'm already way past the level I need to be. They tried. got 10 parrotfish here. They're swimming away from me. I'm scared to die. But food's gotta be food. Shark.
Parrotfish here have kept Sapphire Bay's local hammerhead healthy and strange looking.
Okay, so there's 2 more over here. Whenever you have trouble with the hunters, a tip to get away from them would be to swim as low as possible and swim the complete opposite direction. If you have to jump on land to get past them as well, as risky as it is, it might be worth it to get away. Boss, like a immediate boss. Hammerhead. You want to get them when they're yellow like that, because it'll do like way more damage. My favorite part is coming out of land. Power and everything.
By putting sharks in their place, hunters ensure they'll stay in their lane, so we don't have a Planet of the Apes situation on our hands.
Hunters out there. Let's roll out.
Used to take God to the carnival when he wasn't nothing but an itty-bitty horde. The fact that he was afraid of that Ferris wheel should have told me he wasn't never gonna be no shark hunter.
Okay, so we got one over here.
Find it. It's hiding.
Payback Beach.
The hell is it? Hell, I don't know. Maybe she's scared of us. Hey, shark. Get your ass out here. Come on now. Is that it? The hell is it? Hey, shark. Get your ass out here. Come on now. Is that it?
It's getting demolished. Easy targets.
This is the only known habitat of the spectrum
Yeah,
seaside
it's level
sparrow.
25 right there.
But, you know,
That's what I needed to get to some of the hidden areas, but we're gonna continue on with the missions because I need to do them all anyways for each area.
Rather be sipping Bahama Mamas at Toledo Joe.
Yeah, so just submerge, just go as low as possible when it comes to like going after you or whatever.
The hell is it? Hell, I don't know. Maybe she's scared of us. Hey, shark. Get your ass out out here. Come on now. Let's go back to base.
Port Clovis has grown bored of the hunt, leaving our shark to fight another day.
Alright, here we go. More parrotfish.
Every night before they sleep, parrotfish envelop themselves in a sleeve of mucus. Because what's breezier and more comfortable than mucus?
Use that tail whip a ton of time. Surprised how much damage it does. Very easy to stun them.
While fears of ecological apocalypse are valid, you should see Execo Petroleum's previous quarter's earnings.
Let's destroy the target.
Beginning in 1946, WZUZ began broadcasting the
another
country
hammerhead.
variety show Hillbilly Hayloft Hoedown, live from Pier 1.
Nope. It's a boat. It's better just destroy the boat because the driver's in there taking cover.
Even half dead, the shark is still a potent menace to
Always
any
eat them
and
after.
all living things.
There's a fisherman out here. This will be the next area I fully complete.
Bull sharks display a remarkable lack of fear when approaching both the ships. Having evaded justice for her heinous crimes, the shark is now the subject of a bounty.
You just need to swim to the bottom, they'll never find you.
Bull sharks been eating people. Let's get out.
They really do give you more than enough XP for everything. You reach like the max level before you even really get to like a far area. You don't want to be max level to take out the hunters anyways.
Give it time. I'm sure an orca will kill it.
The hunt is over, and there will be an inevitable rush on dollar drafts at Flamingo Joe's.
Sometimes if you don't need to fight stuff, just kind of run around and complete your mission. Keeps you focused on what you need to do. It's a very shark world out there. I was at 87%. Let's see if it goes up after this.
Though our bull shark is unaware, the noose around its neck tightens thanks to a crack team of shark hunters.
Focus. Don't worry too much about the damage.
Be my favorite lighthouse.
1% every time I complete one of these missions. Well, these little shark fins do count.
I tell you, that computer's a lot less fun to drink with.
I see ya. Never mind. Wait, is that? Nope.
Gonna wait for them to stop the search so I can
Can't avoid us forever.
fast travel. I'm gonna evolve once I fast travel. So
Another shark hunt draws to a close.
let's see. Fast travel. There we go. I should evolve now.
The grotto provides a brief respite
Oh,
from the
no
Sturm
evolve.
und Drang of the Gulf.
It's fine. Not quite 25 yet, I guess. I don't know. Okay. There's a hammerhead apex. Take him out. He's not too hard.
Evolutionary anomaly, the hammerhead.
Poison on him.
Shark triumphs, overcoming her opponent's clearly superior depth perception.
Alright, so don't quite have Elder yet, so I'm gonna have to where's that next mission at? So there's one right here. This one's gonna be a little tougher because I have to jump out of water and grab each one. Aim a little bit better. Taking your time might be like a good way to do it too. Let's take the land approach. Just watch your oxygen. Ah, I still missed him.
Clovis is thoroughly energized by the shark menace.
One more.
Dad used to take me here for sailing lessons. He'd sit up on the trawler waving his hunting rifle, yelling at me to sail faster.
Here come the shark hunter, I believe.
Say something. The hell is it?
Here they have their little. You have your little shortcuts.
Mama Maybell, but she always give me a fair price on fins.
Okay. This one's at 98. Can't remember what I was missing. I think it's the treasure chest right here. Some things you're gonna be able to get later, so don't stress it. If you're like, if you got OCD where like you have to get everything from one area, you're gonna have to break that for this game, because you can't level up and get to that level and get everything in that one area unless you explore. It doesn't work. Let's see, where are we going next? Okay, let's go to the cave, see what that has.
Come on now.
Time
Is that it?
fast travel is gonna be
Nah, that ain't
then
it.
over.
Yeah, a breeze would be nice.
Pack it in, fellas.
It seems Port Clovis has forgotten all about its rogue shark. For now. The peace of the grotto enables the shark to approach the world with greater confidence and effectiveness.
Still no elder. Gold is the, or gold or yellow is the like max for that. Yeah, a lot of them are great elder for me right now. So I got the Bayou done. Rest of them are coming with level. Look for some more missions here. Sometimes if you can't find something to do, just piss off some of the hunters and go hunt some of them. Let's take that marker off. Attack some humans. Get their attention.
Off-brand cinnamon whiskey and large quantities of pseudoephedrine.
Yeah. You get it. take out their driver, and each time you keep them from being able to run away. Kill them too fast, they don't know what the heck to do.
To ensure the safety of the public, a bounty has been placed on the fugitives.
Tail whip the humans too. Whip them off the boat. That. Just wrecking them. So long you eat and watch your life. Don't worry about any of these hunters.
The shark, perhaps having gone too far with her pranks and hijinks, is the savage shrimper.
It always pays to mess around with the hunters.
Large female bull. On site.
Get loaded for shot.
This latest cycle of attacks will certainly be among the most infamous chapters in the long, troubled history of human-shark relations.
Run away and level up.
It's a pretty distinctive looking shark. The hell is it? Hell, I don't know. Maybe she's scared of us. Hey, shark, get your ass out here. Come on now. Is that it?
It's here in the grotto that the shark can discover the absolute serenity deep within her soul.
Now it's just a matter of leveling up, really. Just keep on taking hits at the hunters, and you'll level up, sure enough. Go farther out. This will be a little bit of a chunkier stream. A lot of people like to watch the progress. It's a fun game to watch too. I got all my stuff at the beginning, and then towards the end I'll have like my final review number. I've played it quite a bit of time. I put in a lot of time into it, and I think it's an amazing game. If you like sharks, if you watch Shark Tank or Shark Week, or you like anything to do with like fish and stuff like that, and just a different narrative, or like really good action RPG, this is definitely one of those kinds of RPGs that are unique. I haven't played anything like it.
It's vital that we extract an absolute maximum of resources before we cross Earth's apocalyptic threshold.
Definitely up the alley for a lot of people. Find the cave somewhere. I know that the cave's gotta be somewhere. Just don't know where. If there is even a cave out here where you can chill out at. Not sure.
Given the number of people who frequent the beach, it can be rationally assumed that a little human urine finds its way to the sea. The Gulf is vast, 600,000 square surface miles to be exact, making it fifth among the world's seas.
There it is. Here we go.
Only here can the shark discover the miracle of self-love.
Attack some humans. Get level 4.
If you're a boat owner and your insurance provider offers you shark coverage and you pass, then that's on you.
Sometimes it's better to like destroy the boat and then the humans after. It'll get you more threat level.
Another shark hunt begins.
Bounty for you.
Each year, North American offshore drilling rigs leak about 880,000 gallons of oil into the sea, leaving it for marine wildlife who know nothing about running a profitable energy company. Coastal erosion currently impacts over 70% of the globe's sandy beach environments. The ocean waters are driven constantly by tides, currents, and Saudi-owned superfleets. Sure, we could avoid catastrophic risks for future generations, but then we couldn't have 4x4 pickups with 5.7-liter V8 engines. Yes, it's quite beautiful here. Unfortunately,
It's quite the grind at the end to fight these people.
Beach erosion can be harmful for ecosystems by changing habitat conditions for such local fauna as seals, sea turtles, birds, and fish. Lacking sufficient sand or protective dunes, heavily developed areas risk great danger from hurricanes and tropical storms. The air out here has a distinctive smell, that of sea salts, nitrogen oxides, and an intriguing bouquet of volatile organic compounds.
It's ready for level 4.
The shark hunting sector has experienced significant growth, leaving a lot of local openings for amusement ride operators. Along Blanchard County's 78-mile coastline, there are 35 miles of sandy beach.
The dynamite,
Six
that's
of them are owned by
tougher.
resorts, individuals,
That's
or
way more
homeowners
damage.
associations.
When they get machine guns, it gets even tougher too.
phenom, Candyman Curtis. Despite increased aerial surveillance, confidence amongst tourists and locals alike is far from buoyant.
That shark's around here somewhere.
A day at the beach is a summer ritual that wouldn't be complete without plenty of sunshine, sandcastles, and circarial dermatitis.
Hell, I don't know.
The planet's great tides encircle the globe in constant motion. Concentrations of metals and hydrocarbons in the water show just how much the Gulf has progressed since Amerigo Vespucci first arrived here in 1497.
Okay, I should be able to fast travel the next area over here. I believe I only needed to literally like get up the hunters to level 5 in order to do any progress.
The shark returns
like I said,
once
sometimes you're
again
gonna just
to
need
her safe haven.
Progress that a little
The
bit.
third iteration of Pier 1 famously collapsed on the day it received historic landmark designation.
Next part of the story.
As twilight falls, Pete is in an uncharacteristically quiet mood.
It's a dangerous job. It's not something unknown to me. Well, you want to see dangerous? Look at that, yeah? That's PT 522. My daddy crewed that off of Guadalcanal. He was Navy. Gunner's mate. Pacific Theater. But when I was 16 men, came back a day later with 3. Man survives all that, just to die here in the Gulf.
What happened to him?
Boy, you don't like me saying this. But my daddy, his granddaddy, was killed by a mega shark.
I'm sorry. He's talking about a prehistoric fish that went extinct 2.6 million years ago.
I seen
Now,
it.
you were a kid.
Ain't they discover new animals all the time?
Sort of. Well, not exactly. In lots of cases, they're just corrections of species with different names. Also stuff like misspelling.
But I just say it. Maybe there are things in the water that ain't in your textbook. Stick around. Maybe you learn a thing or two this summer.
Whatever.
The ocean is vast. The majority of it still remains unmapped and unexplored by mankind. Perhaps Kyle shouldn't be so quick to dismiss his father's fevered ramblings.
Now we're gonna fight Scaly Pete finally.
That's the one what took my hand, all right. Get yourself ready, boy. Now we playing with power. Scare her out of there, you C'est ça, couillon! Come on! This is just a game we play. We gotta go. This girl's a crafty monster.
best bet is to attack them as quickly as possible.
Don't fight together! I've been waiting for you. Come on!
Attacking the boat.
This is just a game we play.
Scaly Pete remains resolute.
Where's she at?
I don't know.
Big enough to touch her now, ain't you? Can! Get that can! Douse him! Pique-toi! Ah! We're about to blow! Get the f*** off! Forget it, boy! He's just a boat! Carl! Carl!
What remains of the boat lurches, then slowly sinks to the bottom of the sea.
And final video evolve into Elder.
The shark is now an elder, and thus begins a new battle against systemic age discrimination.
Attach this now. Now I can go and explore all the collectibles that I needed to do prior. So we're gonna get that done. 100% of the area. She'll go pretty quickly considering that like I had all the areas ready to go. I'll be hitting Mega pretty soon here too on this file.
The rapacious rover is always swimming,
So I got
searching for
Sapphire
anything
region
to
done.
satisfy the gluttony that is their defining trait.
So this one's 100%. Now I'm going to travel back to this area, get this one at 100. It's just one little area I need to hit.
Even for sharks, it's important to create personal time for sober self-reflection.
That'll be 2 areas fully, 3 areas done after this. It's like half of them almost.
Groupers are capable of absorbing extreme
And then I
amounts
can
of
go
water
and,
in their attempts
one
to
on the
suck
way.
up prey.
Right.
3 is certainly heating up the evolutionary arms race.
Okay, so that's it for that area. Next one is this one. That's a 96%. Go and get those grades. So I'm gonna complete like 3 or 4 areas right now.
Fish higher on the food chain are more mobile, able to traverse a variety of waters.
There's 2 grades in this area. One to the top and one to the bottom.
The bull shark is able to attain larger maximal sizes through selective feeding.
It's a fast travel in here.
It's here
Fast
in the
was
grotto
really,
that
really
the
quick.
shark can discover
I
the
like that about the
absolute
game.
serenity deep within her soul.
Good to wreck those alligators now that I'm like higher level. It's a level of satisfaction that comes with that. Such a thing, shark.
Shark is never one to pass up a fat fiesta.
Okay, so that's another area done. So we got the Bayou done. We got Dead Horse Lake, Golden Shores, Sapphire Bay, and now I'm going to teleport over here. Finish this one up. Crawfish is next. I'll be talking about the achievements and the completion after. Go.
Chop the grouper into morsel-sized pieces. Not really a gourmand, the bull shark will eat just about anything.
Let's see, there's another one right here. coolest aspect definitely is being able to like see the difference in each
Quite a
area.
strange conglomeration of stuff will end up in the stomachs of sharks.
So that's the first top 4 areas completely done, plus one at the bottom. I believe the Gulf is done. Technically speaking, I just need to continue on. Where is that? Fast travel's right here. So I'll be able to get my completion on stream here too, and reach the mega, and probably do the boss fight.
Due to Caviar Key's increased coastal exposure, storms that had a minor impact 3 decades ago cause significant flooding today.
Shark! What?
Thanks to powerful risk assessment software, we now know that this was a wildly idiotic place to build vacation homes. The shark uses lipids from high-fat fare like this to help fuel her reign of terror. Supercharged with gene-altering mutagens, the shark now has an asymmetric edge on the competition.
Okay, there's a license plate on the okay. So a lot of it is collectibles, but it's pretty fun even finding the collectibles. Like, the exploration itself of the areas is pretty unique. I feel like they did a lot of work on all the little crevices down to like what they have in each area. It's pretty cool.
The solitary
now.
hunter stumbles upon another source of nourishment.
There's another achievement there. Garbage collector. Found all license plates.
Random mutations aren't random. They require large amounts of mutagens as a catalyst.
Should be hitting Mega very, very soon here. If it allows me to.
The piece of the
evolve
grotto
into it.
enables the shark to approach the world with greater confidence and effectiveness. Bull sharks seem to take a perverse delight in upsetting a boating excursion. This trawler, operated by Roger Cantrell, recently broke the state record for number of revocable commercial fishing offenses.
Okay. Go, bottom.
As more people take up hobbies like swimming, fishing,
out the
surfing, flow riding,
areas.
and kayak polo, the number of shark-related fatalities increases precipitously.
They have a couple little cool facts and stuff, but I don't know. Like I feel like at the same time, you know, like I don't think anybody needs to like really think too hard when it comes to this. But the way they kind of like portray like how dirty the oceans are in the game is kind of like an eye opener. I mean, they're not really fully hinting at it, but like it's there to some degree. And I feel like if they are trying to push that a little bit, I feel like it's a really unique way to push, like, you know, keep the oceans clean, or at least clean up after yourself a little bit. Because like it doesn't affect all forms of life. You might not think so, but this kind of opens up the eyes to like what it does to the habitats to some degree, in my opinion. That's just my take on it. Not trying to get into anything political or anything when it comes to like keeping the oceans clean, but I'm pretty sure it's got to be like at least some kind of given. It's kind of like common sense, really.
While fostering a balanced ecosystem is a complex and multifaceted process, what harm could arise from killing a bunch of seals? Fort Clovis's communal guard against shark attacks came after experimentation with animal sacrifices to appease the shark god, Dakiwaka.
30.
In light of the devastating financial consequences shark attacks can have on coastal communities, it's surprising they don't do more to minimize their possibility.
Under 29 days, Prosperity Sands ain't had no shark attacks. You can thank OP for that. Prosperity Sands sure ain't.
pretty excited. I'm gonna get my completion on video and stream too. I actually would prefer that that I'm able to play like this versus like when I first started playing. I had a lot slower pace of playing at the beginning. Right here. At this point, I'm about 30 meters and stuff, so doing a lot of damage.
Shark, get your ass out here. Come on now.
I like this beach you and me. Got a lot of nice-looking, wealthy women. Yeah, there's a court order says I can't be within 200 feet of the beach. But you can see a lot with a good set of binoculars.
Could be messy,
Go.
Suffocating out today. Anticlimactic.
I'm a huge hulking shark. Nothing gets in my way.
The battle is over, but the war goes on. In a typical year, people are more... Port Clovis retaliates against the shark by sending some of its most disreputable citizens.
Let's shoot at the shark. Somebody jump the water.
docked their boat at painted sails. But, you know, so do a lot of green couillons.
Probably right under me.
All I see is water.
Yeah, a breeze would be nice.
The hell is it? Okay, I've had my fun for today.
The hunt ends. But this is a mere pause in the eternal struggle between man and nature. Crowded beaches are as irresistible to a hungry shark as a feathered, fly-blown pile of rotting horses. Port Clovis's most disreputable citizens have converged on the area.
Fair part.
Don't know nothing about no raves.
Eating the heck out
You
of
throwing
a
a fiddle door on the beach at night? You just
concert.
asking to get bit.
But as he says, they're kind of asking for it right there by the water. All that noise. Minute away. I believe that other mission right there is in a sewer. Find my way back in front. Here would be the entrance.
Another unsuccessful shark hunt for the people of Port Clovis.
Should evolve again into Omega. Hulking beast of a
The
shark.
shark is now a mega shark, often referred to by scientists as the 64-ounce gas station soda of large marine predators. Attack too often provokes Port Clovis locals into killing every swimming creature along the coast.
I hope you're in the mood for a shark. Roll out! We got another shark. I feel them.
Out here I do. Nowhere else in town got that mango butter facial scrub I like.
Anybody got a good set of needle nose pliers?
Let's get this over with.
Anybody got some lip balm?
powers of society have retaliated to deter fashion. But mankind will ultimately impotent to stop Mother Nature's brilliance.
Now we're gonna go fight the Apex. It's time. Great White.
Emperor of the Deep, the Great White. Is often referred to as the king of the ocean, which gives it a skewed understanding of the role of a monarch in modern society.
I got a story mission.
Pete, what's in the barrels?
Fish food.
Pete, whatever this is, can I ask you not to do it?
Gonna get that shark, one way or another.
It's just that this is unnecessarily destructive. I mean, it's just one shark. There's a whole ecosystem.
One shark that killed my boy.
Pete, look, I understand.
Wanna keep tugging on this knot, you?
Going crazy. Dude lost an arm, a leg, and a boy. Wants his revenge. To be fair, he did start it. Okay, we got 100. Can't go back there. He poisoned this area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Caviar Key provides a scenic setting for humanity's destructive impact on the natural world. It's estimated that only 1 out of 1,000 sea turtles lives to adulthood. That means this turtle is quite the survivor. In the 1920s, you could buy turtle soup in a can. Of course, back then, there was a high chance you'd die of tuberculosis, so there are trade-offs. Sea turtle numbers have exploded. Bad news for seagrass, great news for orcas who enjoy torturing and eating them.
Got one right here behind me.
fierce and uncompromising. Little time hitting the water when a shark becomes a threat to human life.
I catch 3 of them killer whales, they got their fish fingers. You would say I got a real keen eye for talent. Although, the wheelers really gotta work on those side aerials.
Almost done.
Well, how good I am at spotting stuff.
This is my least favorite part of the job.
I see
Port Clovis is the only part of the hunt.
The orcas are a little tough. So is the whale.
Frozen herring and fish fingers, Casanita just wants her favorite comfort food, raw shark liver.
Quite a few missions in this area.
Keeping tourists from a nasty, horrible death, outside of just avoiding the beach for a few hours.
Clovis really been sprouting up these past few years. Put some of my own money in this. Gonna be a laser tag fun park.
nothing. Anybody?
Missions up there. Quite a few missions up there.
Never mind.
Well, I'm sure the shark's dead.
The hunt is over, and there will be an inevitable rush on dollar drafts at Flamingo Joe's.
wondering how you get up certain places, this is going to be the way to do it.
Natural cowards, shark hunters will often call for backup upon spotting their prey.
What needs killing, hunters? Let's shoot at the shark. Suffocating out today. That's not bad, Sharks shouldn't be that hard to find.
Said today, you better build that boardwalk high, because you just asking for a shark attack how you got it now. But do they listen to me? Not at all.
Gotta be close. Hey, shark, get your ass out here.
Wrecking all the missions now.
Is that it? Nah, that ain't it. That's really a vision test.
Let's go Flamingo Joe's. First off-brand cinnamon rum is only
Another shark hunt draws to a close.
Can't really hunt you over here that I know of,
Painful
unless they let
bracelet
them over here
alarms
anyways.
fills the air. As shark hunters leave their homes to trap our bullshit.
They're having some shark-related issues.
Okay, maybe I don't know how to properly stock and manage a fish pond, but it's a learning process. no scholarships for winning no big air rail jam.
The mega shark is so disgusting. It's not even funny. Like, he just wrecks everything. Like, there's nothing he doesn't wreck. Gotta go fight the apex now.
Left.
It's gonna be an orca. There's a lot of references and stuff that make it pretty neat. Where is this trick's at?
Does this smell unusual, or is that for clothing? Let's really get a vision test. This is my least favorite part of the job. Hey, it's... false alarm, just alarm.
It seems Port Clovis has forgotten all about its rogue shark. For now. The white and black attack. The Orca.
Poison it and you're good to go.
Next to the vicious sea otter, there is no more feared ocean mammal than the orca.
Run from me, Willie.
Orcas, once the featured attraction at marine mammal parks, now have a new favorite trick, killing things.
Okay, so this place is at 100% now. Next place I'm gonna go to is this area here. Needs to finish up missions. I'm not sure how much more progress I need to make. Reach infamy level 6. So that's what we're gonna work on next. Attack some humans.
It's here in the grotto that the shark can discover the absolute serenity deep within her soul.
Okay, so I'm gonna need some more shielding, so I'm gonna swap over to some bone stuff. Hopefully I have enough to upgrade it fully, since we're gonna be going after mostly attacking now. You can mix and match, so that's what makes it pretty cool. I don't need the speed anymore, so the teeth I do want to keep though. I had a really good time playing it. I've had it for a while. This is my second playthrough. My first file already kind of looks like this. I would say it is probably the best shark game you'll ever play, especially a shark RPG. I'm actually going to review it towards the end of the video here. I explained a lot. I'll be putting this up on YouTube so you can catch some of the other tips and hints and stuff. And I talk a lot about like what I thought about the game. Towards the end, I'm gonna really like dive deeper into like the review. I've been doing it throughout the whole time, so I would say if you like shark games and you're already interested as it is, and you like the aspects of it, and you've already watched a couple people play it, and you're already really fascinated by it, you might really like it. A lot of people that are probably into like fish and shark games or just sharks in general are really going to enjoy it right out the gate. It's a unique experience, I would say too, because like you start off as a baby shark and it's almost as if you're raising it into the megalodon that it becomes now, which is this 9-meter hulking beast of a creature. But yeah, I would say it's definitely a really good one. I had a lot of fun with it. I think this might be actually the best game I played this entire
our
month.
Modern industrial civilization is just one among many that have risen and fallen. Then you
And
can
I would say
finally
it's definitely
surrender
up there for
peacefully
me.
to our
For me, I
inevitable
think
collapse.
it's own worthy. And I'm not just saying that because, you know, like I'm viewing it and everything and playing it for a while. I actually really got hooked on it. I've dumped in like over 20 plus hours into the game, and I've been having a blast playing even the second time through. The achievements aren't too hard to get either. All you need to do is progress. So, I mean, if that's like another plus for you on the achievement end, completion-wise and stuff like that, you're definitely going to get the completion. You just have to put in the time. There's no missables. There's nothing that you can't not get. Just satisfying, like be able to pull off all kinds of crazy stuff like so.
The spectacle of a rampaging shark never fails to attract interest.
Playing so well because I've already put in a lot of time into the game, so I know all the little tricks and everything, and I gave away quite a few little tricks too. Exploration and collectibles are definitely a plus on the experience points, depending on how fast you want to get it done. Towards the end, like right here, grinding towards level 6 took me a bit of time. I think the grind towards level 10, and for me, it's going to take a while. But I didn't find it too boring. I thought it was like solid for what it was. It gets challenging. You throw dynamite. They're using shotguns and dynamite against me, and
Shark
all
hunters
kinds of
stalk
other
their prey,
things.
fully aware of the grisly horrors.
Later on, they start using like electricity fields. Boats start having cages on them, so you can't even get rid of them as easily. It's still an RPG. When you really boil down to everything. Or action RPG, but it's definitely RPG. You can tell the way I've played the game. It feels more RPG than it does action. I mean, the action is there, but you can tell the RPG elements are really like strong. I'm actually really hoping that they like add on to the game. I'm already hoping for part 2, honestly. I hope they do bring more to the series and make a whole trilogy out of it or something.
The Hoosier Hotshot. Ensign Tyler Dixon.
Well, it's like left trigger to control like the speed, and then right trigger to bite. A is to jump out of the water, and then like to tail whip is like LB. Like it's not too hard. The controls, I think, like after a bit you start getting the hang of it. At the beginning it was a little curvy, but not too much. It's like when all you need to do is tap the RT to like bite everything over and over again. You can like get to the point where like you're spamming the RT. Even if you're like a little slower on the controls, I think they're perfect for the game. The shark does literally like all the work for you. Where are they at?
Shark hunting was prohibited by royal decree in ancient Fiji. But
I think the curve at the beginning too, when you start off low level, it definitely feels rough. But once you get the hang of everything, it's not as rough as everybody like. Once you see the progress, you're like, wow, it wasn't actually as hard as I thought it was gonna be. Start like learning little tricks, how to like maneuver better. Right now, like I'm able to keep my health up because I have the vampire suit on, but like I have all the bone fragments on. Level 30 shark can take on just about anything. I'm already max level. I've been for a while. Gotta get to level 6, stick on Pete.
Sharks are responsible for just 3% of hunter deaths.
So like so many bodies in the water.
Alcohol and poor firearm
Roads that have
handling
destroyed.
account for the rest.
His move, bone fragments, every little skin that he appears has like different moves. Like the bone fragments, you're able to like ram into like the boats, and it gives you like double or triple the armor for a little bit. I don't have the bone teeth on because like as much as it would damage the boats, like it gives me plus 50 per bite. So like so long I'm eating stuff and biting stuff, I'm getting health back.
The corn-fed Colossus, Butcher Boy Brady.
This should be level 6 right here.
Predator displays little caution as the situation further escalates.
So now I'm gonna go continue the story.
Y'all play hide and seek?
Of the grotto enables the shark to approach the world with greater confidence and effectiveness.
So 100%. Okay, so the last area I need is this one to go do these main missions down here, and then that should be the completion just about, and then I'll fight the boss.
As the terrain of the Gulf Coast is relatively flat, even a small rise in sea levels could trigger an immense loss of land. The Gulf Stream is just one of many major currents that mariners have used since time immemorial to circumnavigate the globe.
Before I get started on this. know I gotta fight the great white. It's the apex in this one, or the not the great white, but the sperm whale or whatever. He's an albino one, so he looks kind of like Moby Dick.
Carat gold fixtures, 2 discos, circular staircases, and a mosaic swimming pool, the Chatelaine is still only Port Clovis's second most ostentatious yacht.
Got some hammerheads here. You're messing with the Mega.
The insatiable sperm whale needs to eat over a ton of food every day, which here in the Gulf mostly consists of hammerhead sharks.
Or for these mains. First sperm whale I gotta fight. Right now. Last mission. This area. And then I gotta fast travel back. Couple missions are over here. I'll be able to fast travel until I get them off my back.
Even for sharks, it's important to create personal time for sober self-reflection.
Best bet is to try and stay focused. Made him aware of the last thing alive. He's almost dead. Kill him. Target over here. It's another orca.
The bull shark has effectively weaponized her entire body. The idea that shorelines belong to the public comes from Roman Emperor Justinian, only because he wasn't able to consult with the Association of Resort Developers' eternally wise lobbyists.
So 3 missions out here, 2 more missions. Should be divers over here that I gotta eat. I remember these missions.
Tankers spinning. But it brings a lot of money into the economy. Can't argue with that.
Apex should be coming soon. Way to get away from them is to dive.
Attention spans are short. I've already forgotten about the shark and her many crimes, so this ends the bounty.
I like how, like, since I'm a mega, I can just automatically latch on to them now. It's super. There's an Apex mission and I think another shark.
The bull
mission.
retreats to the grotto for refuge and quiet reflection.
Cyber school.
Now a dangerous army of lawless, trigger-happy sadists begin to shoot anything that moves.
Kyle, he was really into scuba back when he was a teenager. This museum's the first place I took him after when he got certified.
Okay, so I have 2 more shark fin missions and the Apex mission right here. Take out the whale. That's 2.
The cetacean assassin, the sperm whale.
This guy's a beast and he is pretty hard.
battle is over, but the war goes on. Back in the good old days, the world practically ran on sperm whale oil. Now we can only watch them from afar, dreaming of tapping their skulls for all that sweet spermaceti.
Okay. Main mission's ready. We'll do these other little missions first to get the 100%. Should be the last achievement I need to 100% everything. And I'll have my completion.
Sends their students out here every summer to study the reefs. Shit. Guess we all got different ideas about summer fun, yeah?
Giraffe to me now. Reading all the divers.
Sharks don't just disappear. She's close. She's real close.
Orca. This is attack me.
I really should get them polarized lenses.
Y'all better believe those sewer lines need work. I've had campylobacteriosis, cryptosporidiosis, leptospirosis. Let me tell you, partner, that ain't no joke.
Okay, so this is the main mission. But that's the last mission up here that I gotta do, I think. Almost missed that one. Let's see if there's another cave close to it, but...
Can't avoid us forever.
I'm still searching. I might make it there before they finish.
Should have brought my fish finder.
That was a nice distraction. Let's go get loaded.
Fast travel now. Oh, not yet.
The hunt ends. But this is a mere pause in the eternal struggle between man and nature.
Still in combat for some odd reason. Sometimes it does that, or like there's like a little fish that's still attached to you somewhere. A whale or an orca behind me somewhere. Make it there before I get there. Another diver mission, I think. I'll avoid the story mission now. Go to the diver. Go back to that.
Captain Blighty sunk his treasure somewhere around here. Been funding a diving expedition every year for 10 years, and I ain't found it yet.
Okay. Double check my completion here. Let's see. Got 100 on almost everything except for this one last area. So I think the last thing I need to do is the main mission. Should be quite a bit of quite a battle. I think I remember it being a little tough because of the electricity that he tosses out. But it shouldn't be too tough so long I steer clear of him from time to time. He goes down the electricity.
It's another unsuccessful shark.
There we go.
Pete has a new boat, and from the looks of it, there are several features probably not legal for civilian use.
So you found me. So what?
Pete, I don't know what all this is, but you're scaring us.
What you gotta be scared about? You a shark?
Pete, I don't want to, but I think we need to get the police, maybe the Coast Guard involved?
You think I'm crazy? Nah, I'm the most sane man you ever seen. Look, I didn't get here easy. But when some shark take everything I got, I'll give her the same chance she gave my boy. None! Now get the f off my boat before I kill you too. The f I say! Hope you got a hunger on! We serving shark etouffee tonight!
Pete has built an impressive battleship. But will it be enough to endure the prehistoric might of a mega shark?
Time to go fight Scaly Pete. It's the last mission I need for full completion. After this, I'll be wrapping up everything. It will be going up on YouTube. Quite a few tips, hints. Yeah, no. Honestly, like the whole story, he kind of has it coming. If you watched it from the beginning, or if you played from the beginning, like you could kind of see like he kind of had it coming for a while. It's a revenge story. It's out of nowhere.
Hello there, girlie. As you can see, I came prepared today. I'ma fix you up real, Birdie. She looks like a wreck for sure. There we look at the size of her. I will chum y'all up.
Stuff real quick. Gotta watch the torpedoes.
It's not the end for you. Get y'all out, swimming torpedo! Y'all only got more of it.
I took up a shot this time.
Gonna hurt you bad.
help coming for him.
Don't drag ass now. We back on.
Shark face.
This turned into a real knockdown dragon. We're really getting going now. Need somebody to get in the water.
Last thing I need to do is dodge rig now.
Shoot up, divers. Better watch how you pushing my buttons. I'm getting tired of looking at y'all on your face.
He's done.
Thing I do. Laissez les bons temps rouler.
I suppose there's a lesson to be gleaned here. Something about how the increasing commodification of the natural world has placed humans on a collision course with an environmental apocalypse. But this is a basic cable show where people tune in to watch sharks kill people, and people kill sharks. So until next fishing season, this is Maneater.
That's why the minute it says next season, I feel like hopefully there's gonna be a second one that's much bigger. This could be a good little beginning to a new company franchise. %100% for everything.
Even for sharks, it's important to create personal
Should be
time
right
for
there, the
sober
completion.
self-reflection.
See if it's a slow pop. There it is. Check that achievement. Didn't pop yet, but I'm wondering if it's because of the because of the infamy. I got 4 more levels to go right here for the infamy. They're not too hard. I think Scaly Pete was the hardest. It's just in between 8, 9, and 10, that's when the boats start getting really ridiculous because they're just as powerful as Scaly Peaks. That's what the description of that achievement says. 100% in all objectives. That should be it. Nothing's missing from anywhere. Anyhow, that basically wraps it up. I've got the 100% on everything. The only thing I haven't done on this file was the infamy. I could do that off stream. That's gonna take hours, or at least an hour or two to get done. Other than that, that's all the missions. That's all the areas done. There's not one thing I haven't got, aside from the upgrades. I should get all that just fighting the people right here for infamy. All in all, I would say that like my time with the game, I really enjoyed. I even went in through a second playthrough and did a much lower progression through it. I think it's a pretty solid game for what it is. Ultimately, there's a couple little bugs that I thought affected just me, but it's not enough to validate that like it's gonna affect everyone on the game. And they are rolling out patches and stuff. I believe they had 2 updates already for the game, which are 6 gigs each. They had 2 of them already, so they're working really hard at trying to fix whatever problems they have. And who knows? Hopefully they have some DLC or something coming soon. Really like to cover whatever they have coming. Tripwire did a really good job on this one. The controls are great. The gameplay is phenomenal. The storyline, you know, like the storyline is like to be expected, but for like a shark game and for what it is, like I feel like they put quite a bit. I would have preferred to have like a couple more story missions in there, rather than just kind of like meet up and check up on him and have 2 little battles with Scaly Pete. But you had to fight all the apex predators and stuff on top of that. The graphics are amazing on it. I think they did a really good job with the shark. The upgrades, the collectibles are even really thought out to some degree too, all up in the map. The apex predators are definitely pretty cool and memorable. You'll remember the sperm whale and the orca and the crocodile and all that stuff. The slow progression from childhood or adolescence, from the pup all the way up to like the megalodon, is actually really cool. It kind of makes you have like a close connection to the shark because you get to like experience it growing from the beginning on. And every area that you go to, like you could feel like the difference as you grow stronger and get bigger and grow more mass, and you're able to do more damage and handle more battles. And then like as it grows, it gets more and more scars because of all the fights and stuff. And it's really in depth when it comes to that. I mean, every person's shark is gonna reach the same pinnacle end, but getting there is like all the fun, I would say. All in all, great controls, great graphics. The sound was amazing. The storyline was decent. The collectibles didn't feel tedious at all. It actually added to the game. I liked the little innuendos and the little snippets of like 80s and 90s and 2000s and up. Like they kind of implemented all the stuff that's happened in between now and then, movie wise and stuff like that, into there. I feel like they got a lot of the apex predators off of like other like movies and stuff. Maybe like Lake Placid for the crocodile, and Moby Dick for the sperm whale. You know, just stuff like that. Obviously, they kept Free Willy to some degree in mind because it had that curve. Because Free Willy actually had the little curve on its little dorsal fin or whatever. But there's a lot of little comedy in there too. I do feel that like they make light on the oceans as well, and that's another reason why they make the game. Like they're not shoving it down everybody's throat and saying, hey, you know, keep the oceans clean, but like look at kind of like what the oceans look like because of human interaction. I'm not really sure. Maybe some more Saints Row. Got to finish that up. That one's not near as good as this. It's still fun though. But I would say Maneater definitely gets a jaw full of 9 out of 10. It's not quite perfect, but it's the imperfections that make it perfect for what it is. There's no other shark game on the planet that's like this as of right now, and I really do hope that the company brings it with the sequel and with DLC and more, or whatever they're gonna add to it. I really do hope that they add like something later on where you get to choose which shark, because right now we only got the bull shark for this. So imagine being able to play as a hammerhead or the mako shark, or just any other shark that there is in the entire world. There's so many sharks that they can go with, and so much craziness that they can go with too, with the add-ons and the upgrades and the mutagens, and it's a blast. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy it. If you like ocean games, or you like sharks in general, you watch Shark Tank or Shark Week, or watch Aquarium Masters, or whatever the shows are, and you're really into it, or you watch a lot of documentaries with like sea animals, this is definitely up your alley too. It makes you feel like you're in the show the whole time. So yeah, that about wraps it up. I got some tips and hints in there, I got the review in there, I got the gameplay footage in there, I got the completion in there, I got just about a little bit for everybody. I will be uploading this to YouTube. Once again, Maneater gets a 9 out of 10. It is currently available on the Xbox Live Marketplace as of right now to procure your own copy if it's what you if it seems like the kind of game that you'd be into. But other than that, Tripwire did a really good job. Big shout out to Tripwire for the stream and review opportunity. I can't wait to see what they do next. Once again, thank you all for watching, and happy gaming, everyone.